Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and it's that time again, guys. The bad boy membership holiday sale, okay? So now on this holiday sale, you guys are getting a lot of free stuff. You already know the drill, all right? So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get when you join the bad boy membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, all right? So check this out. Now, when you join the bad boy membership on the holiday sale, you're going to get the ultimate bad boy package for free. Now, this includes the Bad Boys Guide to Dating program, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, Manhood and the Game seminar, the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, Banned from YouTube Dating Advice mixtape, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar, and How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar audio version. You're also going to get these other bonus programs for free. The Simple Way to Talk to Women, The Abundance Mindset, How You Must Think and Act to Date Multiple Women Successfully, The Conversation Booster, Learn What to Say to Make Women Want to Date and Have Sex with You, The Confidence Booster, Learn How to Be the Confident Man that Women are Attracted to, What Every Man Should Know About Sex, Dating, and Relationships, The Secret Women Code, 7 Things Women Do to Deceive and Play Games with You, Step Up Your Dating Game audio seminar, Stop Being Nice and Friendly, How to Quit Being the Nice Guy That Gets Stuck in the Friend Zone, and Man Up, Principles Every Man Should Live By to Be Successful in Love and in Life. So with the ultimate bad boy package, you're getting 16 programs that equal up to about $2,000 in value for free just by joining the Bad Boy membership on the holiday sale. But wait, there's more. When you join the Bad Boy membership holiday sale, you're also going to get the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary. Now, this documentary officially drops next year, 2025, but you get to watch it right now when you join the Bad Boy membership holiday sale. You're also going to get the How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program. Now, this is an audio program that breaks down how to be the type of guy that women really want to have sex with. And you can only get this program on the Bad Boy membership holiday sale. This is exclusive to the sale. You cannot get this program anywhere else. When you join the Bad Boy membership holiday sale, you're going to get access to the Bad Boy membership. And in the Bad Boy membership, you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Right now, there are over 125 programs on the Bad Boy membership, and there's a new program dropping every month. You're also going to get the ultimate bad boy package, which is over $2,000 worth of programs for free. You're also going to get the Game Kings 2 documentary that's not even out now. It's going to come out next year, so you get to see this documentary now. You're also going to get How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program, and you can only get that audio program exclusively on this Bad Boy membership holiday sale. So all you need to do is go to badboymembership.com right now and join the Bad Boy membership to take advantage of the holiday sale. All right, so guys, make sure that you join the Bad Boy membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, okay? When you join the Bad Boy membership, you're gonna get all of this free stuff, all right? So make sure you click the link below or go straight to badboymembership.com and take advantage of the holiday sale, all right? So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys, and remember, the truth is inside you. I'm out. Peace. Yo, what's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the motherfucking dating game. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Why is this thing so high up on the thing? That's kind of weird. I don't know why it's looking like that right now. That's different. I think they switched something on there. But anyway, but shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario. You feel me? So what's popping with y'all? So today's topic, we're talking about, how come you don't test women, but you allow women to test you? You feel what I'm saying? You allow women to test you. You feel what I'm saying? So we gotta talk about that. We gotta, see what's popping with that shit out here. You feel what I'm saying? Well, let me see something if I could do some with this. I don't know why it's looking like that. That's weird. I don't know why it's looking like it's like super big now for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, but shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building who we got up in here. Shout out to June Sports, Phoenix Smiles. Shout out to Soulmonger, Captain Creator in the building. Shout out to Duke Alex in the building. No Data was popping with you. Shout out to my lady April MC in the building. Yeah, feel me? Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Vijarico. Shout out to St. Ricardo. Also, shout out to my dude Joe Blast in the building. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to all y'all in the building. Yeah, I don't know why that thing is so big. I don't understand what happened. They doing some new shit on here. I don't like it that big for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see the style. Or maybe it's the hold on, let me try this. Okay, there we go. It was on some other shit. I was like, why the fuck was it so big? Okay, I fixed it. Let me see if this is this is the one I usually like. Here we go. All right, so we got it to how it is. You got it to how we wanted it. But anyway, so shout out to everybody in the chat, shout out to everybody in the building. Remember, make sure you guys jump on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com. We still have the sale up until January 1st. You understand? So you guys got a week and some change to make this happen, you know? So, but today we're talking about something very important, right? So we're talking about how come you don't test women, but you allow them to test you, right? And so the reason why this is important is because what happens is that this separates the motherfuckers who actually have real game from those who don't. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happens is that guys who really don't have game or who are not really about this game, what they're doing is that they're always trying to get women. They're always trying to win over women. They're always trying to be in a woman's good graces. They're always thinking about what can I do to get the woman to like me. You understand what I'm saying? That's basically what these guys are thinking when it comes to dealing with women, right? And when you have that mentality, right, what you do is you set it up to where you have to impress the woman. You set it up to where you're trying to figure out how to get the woman to accept you, right? And so this is how you will allow women to test you, just like all the pickup artists do, is that they're cool with dealing with women who test them, dealing with women who give them shit, dealing with women who sort of like, you know, come out the gate being real disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? They come out the gate with an attitude. And so the guys think that if I can pass this test that she's giving me and get to her, then that's going to make everything great. And they'll say, well, the girls who are the hottest girls, they're going to test you and they're going to shit test you. And you got to go through this in order to get the hottest girls. And if you're not dealing, if a woman's, if you deal with women and they're not testing you, that means they're regular chicks. They're average. They're below average. They're ugly, all this other stupid shit right now. See, what these guys are doing is they're trying to get women. And I talked about this on Playing with Fire's channel the other day. So guys with weak game try to get women. Guys with tight game, right, give the women the opportunity to get us. You understand? I said it again. Guys with weak game are trying to get women to like them. They're trying to get women, right? Guys with tight game are giving the women an opportunity to get us. You understand what I'm saying? So Duke Alex, try the website again. Try the website again, because there was some stuff going on, but we got it going. So try the website again. It should be fine. And try a different browser, because I fixed it this morning. All right. So anyway, so basically, what you got to understand is that when you guys are out here trying to get women, right? What happens is that, okay, you said it's fixed now. Okay, cool, perfect. Yeah, so we had to do a little something. See, the energy to the site was too much, but not, but it's all good now. Okay, now, so when you're trying to get women, what you're doing is, right, is that you're trying to impress a woman so that the woman could like you. when you're giving a woman an opportunity to get you, what you're saying is she has to impress me in order to fuck with me, right? It's a whole different mindset. This is the mindset that guys got to understand. It's a whole different entire mindset. This guy's trying to get women, right? When he has weak game, this other guy who has tight game is giving the woman the opportunity to get him, right? So you got to understand that premise. So what happens is that when you're giving a woman an opportunity, right, to get you, you're going to have to test women. So it's not about the women testing you. You have to test women. You understand? So I'm going to teach you how to test women, because if you're testing women and they're not passing your tests, right, then you don't fuck with them. You understand what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be a woman testing you. You're supposed to be testing women. Now, let me explain why a lot of these guys try to pass a woman's tests. Because what happens is that they position themselves as the person in the interaction, right, that's trying to be chose. And you understand, in this sense, they're hoping that the woman will give them an opportunity, right? So they're hoping the woman will say, I like you. I will give you an opportunity to get between my legs. So I'm going to give you these tests. If you pass these tests, then I will give you an opportunity to get between my legs. Right? So that's basically why the women will test these guys, and the reason why guys are trying to pass her test. Right? But what you have to do as a man, a guy with game, you are the one who is supposed to test women. Now, why are you the one that's supposed to test women? Because you're the motherfucking leader. You understand? You are the one making the decisions. She has to follow your lead. She has to follow your program, right? So whether it's a situation for casual sex, right, to a situation of dating, to a situation of you being boyfriend and girlfriend, to a situation of you guys being in a long-term marriage, the woman has to follow your lead, which is why you're supposed to test her, because you need to see if this woman, right, is prepared and ready to be a woman in your life. You see what I'm saying? So why would she be testing you, or you're trying to pass her test, when you're supposed to test her to see if she's worthy of being with you? You understand what I'm saying? She should be the one trying to get with you, right? Because she has to commit to you in some form or fashion. She has to submit to you. So if the woman's supposed to submit to you, who's the one that's supposed to be doing the tests? Not her. It's supposed to be you. You understand? So why are you worried about a woman testing you when you're supposed to be testing the woman? You see, these guys got it backwards. You're supposed to test the woman. She's not supposed to test you. It's really that simple, right? And so how do you test a woman, Mr. Locario? I'm glad you guys asked. I'm so glad you guys asked, right? It's really simple. It's really simple, right? In order for you to test a woman, right, you have to have a program. You have to have a way you do things. You have to have a way you want things to go, right? Based on how you do things and how you want things to go, right? What you're doing is that you're seeing if the woman is following your program, right? So, simple example. If I'm, let's say, at a bar, club, coffee shop, in the street, whatever it is, and I'm about to talk to a woman, right? The test is cooperation. You understand? So I'm testing her to see if she's cooperative. So if I open my mouth to say words and I'm saying something to this woman, I'm seeing if the woman is paying attention to me and responding to me, right? So she's being tested on her level of cooperation. Now, if I say to this woman, hi, how are you? And she says, oh, I'm fine. How are you? Right? She's at this moment passing the test. Why? Because she's cooperating. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I say to a woman, hey, how are you? And she says, well, wouldn't you like to know? Right? Wouldn't you like to know? You should buy me a drink and then we could probably talk and blah, blah, blah. No, she's not passing the test. So therefore, what happens is that woman, I remove myself from the situation because she failed. Now, this is what a lot of the pickup artists and these guys will say. They'll be like, but Locario, she doesn't know you, bro. You know, she's just giving you a little bit of shit, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, like she's just giving you a little shit test, so you should pass her shit test. Check this out. I want y'all to think about something for 1 sec. I just want y'all to think about something that's really simple for y'all to think about and understand. Just think about this, right? Think about this. In any of these situations, always remember, somebody has to follow somebody else. I'll say that again. Whenever there's a situation between a man and a woman and they're interacting with each other, somebody has to follow somebody else. Or in other words, somebody has to submit to someone else. You understand? So if the woman is testing the man and the man is trying to pass her test, that man is submitting to that woman. He's following that woman, right? If the man is testing the woman and the woman is following the man, that means that that woman is submitting to that man. So anytime you're trying to pass a woman's test, what you're essentially doing is you're submitting to the woman. When she is actually cooperating with you, she is submitting to you. And I'm going to tell you a little secret that women aren't going to tell you. Whenever a woman is highly interested in you, she doesn't give you any shit. Do you guys understand this? When a woman is highly interested in you, she does not give you any shit. You understand? So what happens is that a lot of these guys don't realize that the reason why they're getting shit from these women is because the woman isn't highly interested in them. See, a lot of guys think that they need to say something special, super creative, magical to a woman when they first start talking to the woman. Right? You don't even need to do all of that. See, when I talk to a woman at first, I'm super regular and plain, like super regular. I don't really say a lot of fancy shit. Now, once in a blue moon, I might, just because I'm in the mood and I feel like being a little creative and I feel like being a little charismatic, even more so than others, just depending on my mood. But generally speaking, when I approach a woman, I'm just approaching her on some regular shit. I'm just like, hey, what's up? What's going on with you? Right? Or I approach, hey, what's up? My name's Locario. What's your name? Real simple. Now, why do I do this? Now, let me break down this game to get you guys to understand, right? See, what you want to happen, and this goes along with testing women, because this has to permeate throughout your entire interaction with this woman from the beginning up until, you know, she gets more of you as time goes on. But what you want to happen is you want a woman to cooperate with you, right? And be highly interested in you with you giving her the least. Okay, follow what I'm saying here. Follow what I'm saying here, because I don't want this to go over your head. A woman, right? You want her to be so highly interested that she's cooperating and she wants to fuck with you, even though you're giving her the least. You understand what I'm saying? So what does that mean? That means that she is so interested in you that you don't have to do much. She's so interested in you that you don't have to say much. See, she's so interested in you that you don't have to roll out the red carpet, talk to her for a long time, do all this other extra shit, and she's still interested in following what the fuck you're saying, right? So what a lot of guys do is they like to overcompensate when they talk to women at the beginning or interacting with them, saying all the coolest, flyest, smoothest shit and going all out, doing the most extravagant shit, talk to her for a long time, getting to her, doing all this other extra shit, because they're trying to prove to the woman, right, that, oh, I'm a cool guy, I'm a smooth guy, I'm a charismatic guy, I want you to choose me. So they're doing all that to get the girl to want to fuck with them. What I'm telling you is that you want to get the most with the least. So what does that mean? That means when I approach a girl, I approach her real regular, and I say, hey, look, you kind of cute, you looking kind of sexy. Hey, take my number down, hit me up tonight, and we'll set up a time to get together. So she takes my number down, she hits me up. I say, yo, let's meet up Friday, 8 o'clock, this place. She says, cool. Right now, mind you, let's say it's a Monday or Tuesday. I tell her to meet me Friday, Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't call her, text her, nothing. I'm giving her the least, right? But what is she doing all week? She's probably thinking about me. Oh, I can't wait till Friday. I'm going to see this guy, so forth and so on, right? Sometimes what will happen is the girl might try to hit you up during the week. But even if she hits me up, she's like, oh, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. What's up with you? She's like, oh, I'm just chilling, going to work, whatever. And I say, hey, well, listen, you have a great day at work. I got to run, but looking forward to seeing you on Friday. I'm giving her the least. I'm not talking to her, texting her. I'm not doing any of that shit. Right? Then what happens is Friday comes. We go out and get a drink or whatever it is like that. You know what she says to me? She says, Locario, this is crazy. I usually like talk to guys during the week and have a long conversation and sort of get to know a guy before I meet up. But for some reason, I just met up with you and, I hardly even talk to you. This is like, I hardly ever do this. And I'm like, duh, because I'm that fucking dude. I know. And see, she's passing the test because I'm giving her the least and she's still cooperating. I'd have to talk to her all week. I'd have to get to know her on the phone. I'd have to do all that other extra shit. Why? Because she sees so much value in me, right? That she's down for how I'm putting it down. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't got to do all of that shit. That the other guy's got to talk to her and go back. Notice, she's like, I usually don't do this. I talk to guys on the phone and we do this and we do all that extra shit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Cause I'm not like these other niggas. Not like these other niggas. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not like them. Right? So what happens is that she's dealing with me already and I'm giving her the least. Now, let's say on that date, let's say I smash, or let's say I don't smash that date, but I, hit her, smash on the second time I see her, whatever, right? So now, at this point, we smashing. But all I do is I hit her up during the week once. I say, let's get together. She comes through to the crib, and I smash, right? Then she goes on her way. Then I might hit her up next week. Hey, come over again and smash. So I'm only smashing her once a week. And during the week, I'm not texting her, calling her, nothing, right? So I'm giving her the least. You understand what I'm saying? And what happens is that she is getting, I'm giving her the least and she's still there. You understand what I'm saying? She's still there. So what happens is that when she's still there because she's seeing that interest being there. You understand what I'm saying? And so because she sees the interest and she sees the value, right? What happens is that she is like, oh, I'm not getting or I'm not interacting with him like I'm interacting with him with all these other guys that I usually interact with. There's something different about him, right? There's something different about this guy versus all these other guys. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that because she sees the value in that guy, right? She sees that value in me. What's going to happen is I don't have to do as much as the other guys. I always try to tell you guys that the more you have to do, the less interested she is in you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again. The more you have to do, right, the less interested she is in you. This is what you guys got to understand. And remember, this is the test. The test is, let me do the least, You understand? And still see her being consistent with her cooperation. Whereas all these guys are doing the most, and she still has kind of medium interest in them or low interest in them, or they're all over, they're back and forth all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? So think about it this way. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. Let's say you have a woman and there's two guys, guy A and guy B. Guy A, she has high interest in this guy. She sees so much value in guy A. Guy B, she's like, he's okay, he's all right. So guy B has to take her on 3 dates, take her out to dinner, buy her gifts, buy her flowers, all these things. Right? Guy A just tells her to come over. He smashes for 10 minutes and sends her on her way. Right? Guy B wants to smash, but she says, I got to get to know you. So she's testing this motherfucker like crazy. Guy A, right? He has game, so she's passing all his tests. He's like, let me see how cooperative this woman is coming over my crib and smashing. Right? Think about it this way. I'll give you another example. And I'm just using a celebrity to illustrate the point, right? Think about someone like Chris Brown. You have women who will pay $1,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown. You understand? They will spend their hard-earned money, $1,000, to take a picture with Chris Brown. Right? If a woman saw value in you like she saw in Chris Brown, do you think she would test you? If a woman saw value in you the same way she sees value in Drake, do you think she would test you? See, you want to only deal with women who see value in you the same way these women see value in Chris Brown or Drake or one of these other niggas. If Chris Brown or Drake told a girl, hey, you can hang out with me for like 5 minutes backstage while I get ready because I got to head out to another city, but we just, I'm just going back there real quick to get some stuff and I'm going to be out, right? That woman would cherish that 5 minutes backstage with Chris Brown or Drake, right? She would cherish that shit. You understand what I'm saying? And it's only 5 minutes. You understand? Because she sees value in that situation or interaction. You understand? This girl will travel a far distance just to be backstage for 5 minutes with Chris Brown or Drake or one of these niggas. But she tells you, oh, I'm too tired to get out of bed. I can't come see you even though you're only 10 minutes away. I'm tired. Can we do this next week? It's late. I'm going to sleep. I got to get up early. It's like she gives you all these excuses, right? But a chick will camp out and lose sleep for these other niggas. And so what I'm telling you guys is this. You're supposed to test women because the reason why you're testing them is because you want to see, right, if this woman is going to cooperate. And when she cooperates, that's her passing your tests to see if she's worth being in your situation. You feel what I'm saying? But guys, you can call the number 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys call up and get that shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? If you have a question, put a Q in the chat and we will get to your question. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that going. You feel what I'm saying? So the Alpha, oh my God, he said his name is the Alpha, Jesus. He said the Alpha says you can only test women if you're rich because then only you have that kind of value. You see what I'm talking about? And see, your language exposes you because that shows how much value you think you don't have. You think the only way for you to be valuable is you being rich. You understand? And if a woman is just, cooperating with you, or you can only test a woman once you're rich, then that means that she doesn't respect you or like you. She likes the fact that you're rich, but she don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you guys don't get. See, this is the thing. What happens is that you, a woman is trying to pass your test because she's trying to be with you. I'm saying it again. A woman's trying to pass your tests because she's trying to be with you. You understand? So that means she knows, oh, this guy, I have to cooperate with what he's saying. I have to do what he's telling me to do. Because if I don't do what he says, he's not going to fuck with me. And if I try to be resistant, belligerent, have an attitude, he's not going to fuck with me. So imagine what a woman thinks about you when she's giving you attitude, resistance, and all that other stuff from the jump. She's saying, I don't see value in you, so I don't care how you react. That's one. And two, I know you're still gonna fuck with me even though I act this way from the jump. Imagine the arrogance, the confidence, the bravado to be like, I'm about to test this little nigga. I'm about to shit on this guy and he's still gonna talk to me. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're like, I'm going to do the bullshit and he's still going to try to get in my pants. I'm going to test him and I'm going to say all this fuck shit and he's still going to try to get in my pants. You understand? You said, but why they will like you if you can't offer anything? Men are providers, so guys with resources or money are more valuable. Crazy. All right, let's go to 702. We'll get back to that. The alpha. You gotta change your name, bro. 702. What's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, this is Jay from Vegas. I hit Miles on the Cash App.
I appreciate it. So what's going on, fam?
So I got a question about what you're talking about. So you're using the analogy of like Chris Brown, Drake, like celebrities, of how a girl would be attracted to them, right? That's the analogy. So is that like is that just an example, or are you being literal? Like they should really have that much interest in you, or is that like? Or is that just the analogy that?
No. That's what I'm saying. They should have that much interest in you. The same way where a woman would travel 2, 3, 4 hours to go to a nigga's concert to probably get a glimpse of him, to be able to touch him for 2 seconds. That they should have that much desire. If the desire is not there like that, you shouldn't be fucking with them. Because you got to understand, when a woman is really feeling you, she's extremely pleasant. She's super easy to deal with, right? She's very accommodating, right? She's all about what you're about. She's just following what you're trying to do. It's like you have a little puppy dog. Do you understand what I'm saying? And she just wants to be all around you, all up under you. So what I'm saying is that if any of the opposite of that is happening, that means that you're not that guy to her. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that this is why you got to test the woman, because when you're testing her, you're seeing, does she see me as that guy or not? Because if she sees me as that guy, she's going to cooperate immediately. If she doesn't see me as that guy, she's going to, give me these shit tests. She's going to give me resistance. She's going to make it difficult. She's going to act all stupid and weird. That's how they act when they're dealing with guys who they're not really interested in. You understand? Think about it this way, right? So think about a situation where, okay, let me ask you this. You ever had a chick who you would smash, but you would never wife?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So you know that for whatever reason, she's not it as far as wife material, whatever the fuck that is, which is why your behavior to her is just dick. So she might be thinking, man, I really wish this guy would make me his girlfriend. I really like him. Maybe there's something I can do or say, or maybe I could do this other thing. And maybe if I try harder and do so she's going to try all these things to get you to wife her up. But in your mind, you're like, I ain't wifing up this chick. I'll smash and I'll keep smashing him for a few, whatever. But this ain't even the type of chick I would want as my wife, which is why your actions toward her are just dick. You're not fucking doing anything extravagant with this woman. You're not trying to get to introduce her to your family, friends. You're not doing any of that shit because all you see her as is somebody that you just want to give dick, which means that your actions is just that. So it's the same thing when you're dealing with a woman. When a woman sees you and she knows you're not that guy, her actions are going to follow that pattern. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you're having that issue where the girl is giving you all this attitude, she's, making shit difficult for you, she's giving you all this resistance, that's how she acts to guys who she sees are not that guy. Just the same way you act to the girl that you're never going to wife. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's basically so you're saying it's black or white. Like there's no really you're not dealing with any in between interest. Like it's either there or it's not, pretty much.
Right. So what you're saying? Right. So what I'm saying is that you do have women who have that in between medium interest, which means you have medium interest in that woman, which is why you fucking her, but you don't have high interest in the woman, which is why you ain't wifing her. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the woman, she'll have medium interest in you, which is why she's making it a little bit more difficult than a woman who has high interest, who is open to doing whatever the fuck you want to do and how you want to do it when you want to do it. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that anytime you're dealing with a woman who is not really, really interested in you like that, that's going to always be her default setting. And so what happens is because this is why it's so difficult for a lot of guys to understand. Because women get a lot of attention on the front end, right? This is why you're going to run into a lot more women who are going to give you that medium interest. And check this out. This is the crazy part. The reason why you're running into way more women who are giving you the medium or low interest, but not high interest, is because you are not standing on your shit, right? To be able to attract more women who have high interest. So what will happen is that because you're kind of flexible, what's going to happen is that when she talks to you, interacts with you and all this other shit, she can tell that you're a flexible dude. And because you're a flexible dude, what's going to happen is that that's the energy you're giving off, which is going to make her see you as not that guy, meaning more women are going to see you as not that guy. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're like, man, I want, I'm trying to get these girls and this girl's hot. Well, let me, she's giving me a shit test, so she's giving me resistance, but let me still try to talk to her. Soon as you do that, you've already submitted to the woman. So now you're saying to yourself, listen, it's okay to submit to women. As long as you get the pussy, fuck it, submit to women. So now you're going to submit to more and more women, which is going to in turn attract more and more women who don't have high interest in you because you're not being a man. So what happens is that you have to dismiss those women as soon as possible. As soon as you see that there's resistance, fuck out of here. This other girl resistance, fuck out of here. Because what's going to happen is because you're strengthening your masculinity. So when you strengthen that and the next girl you talk to and you're direct with her and you're letting her know what it is, she's cooperating because you're that guy to her. But what will happen is that if you were being flip-floppy, that woman who you're that guy to, you probably wouldn't have been that guy because you would have been flexible also to her. You see what I'm saying? See what I mean?
It's like a cycle that you put yourself in by being flexible. That's what you're
exactly.
I got what you're saying. So you gotta stand on what you're about, and you'll attract women that are that
exactly. Exactly. And that's right. And see, the problem is that too many guys fold because check this out. You got to understand something, right? See, the game is like when it comes to men and women dealing with each other, it's like you ever hear the game Chicken where two cars come to each other and then one has to swerve?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have the two cars coming and then one person swerves out the way and the other person's still going straight. So what I'm saying is you always got to make sure the woman is swerving. You understand? You never swerve. See, the problem with a lot of these pickup artist guys and all these other guys that they're always swerving. So the woman, because they'll come to the woman, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And then the woman immediately, right, gives them a task. Hey, buy me a drink. And then this idiot's like, okay. So he buys her a fucking drink. He swerved. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Right. So you got to make sure and sometimes what happens is that you need to be able to walk away from the woman, right, to preserve your manhood. And what I mean by preserve your manhood, what I'm saying is that you respect you more than you want her. You understand? So because you respect yourself more, you say, well, this woman isn't, doing what I want. So because she's not doing what I want, I'm done. I walk away. Now, the woman can run after you and chase you and be like, hey, my bad. Can I get another try? And you could bless her with another chance if you want. But what I'm saying is that you have to be strong enough to walk away and only deal with women who are doing it your way. Because see, understand, game is you having a strategy to get what you want on your terms. You see what I'm saying? It's not about anybody else's terms. So when you're chasing a girl and you're trying to pass her test, you could get her, but you're getting her on her terms, which means you still lose. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I heard you say that before. You said some women are just gonna have to miss out. I remember you saying that. So that's basically what you're saying. You gotta get things on your terms,
exactly,
and strengthen your identity within yourself.
Right, because check this out. The more that you strengthen that, see, it's like this, right? What's going to happen is that automatically at some point, women who don't cooperate are going to repel you, and the reason why it's going to repel you is because how they're acting is not in alignment with you, which means that the way that they're coming at you or interacting with you goes against how much you love yourself, how you see yourself. So you're only dealing with women who reflect how you see yourself. So what happens is right now, a lot of these guys, the reason why they're trying to pass a woman shit test or they chase women is because they feel like they have to chase women because they think women are the prize. So what they do is that if I can get this woman to show me some type of attention, desire, or energy, then that would validate me, which is why they're going after the woman, because what they're essentially saying is that I don't see myself as valuable. So because you're treating me as I am not valuable, which is the test the woman is giving them, I'm trying to go through that in order to change her mind so that she can see me differently. So if I can get her to see me differently, that will validate to me that I am valuable. So you see what I'm saying? Okay. So basically on a subconscious level, they're using the woman to validate themselves to say, hey girl, could you tell me that I'm special? Could you tell me that I'm a man? Could you tell me that I'm desirable? Because what they're essentially saying is, right now, I accept the fact that you're testing me because I'm not valuable until I prove to you and you show me that I am. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. So, but what I'm saying is that when you're a man who has game, you understand that you're valuable. So what you do is you only deal with women who recognize that value, which means cooperation from the jump. Because what happens is to accept anything else besides cooperation from the jump is disrespectful to yourself. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell these dudes. But they don't understand that shit.
That's damn, man. That's a crazy way to look. That's true though. I got what you're saying. All right, man. All right, I appreciate that. I appreciate you breaking that down.
Yes,
so you're not exaggerating with this. They really got to be interested.
Oh no, I'm telling you, they got listen. And this is why I tell you guys to talk to more women, deal with more women, because this is the thing. What's going to happen is that you're always going to have a smaller percentage of women who's going to have the high interest, but it's going to be way more quality. So what I mean by that is, let's say if you talk to 100 girls, right? What's going to happen is that if you're only dealing with the women who have high interest, right? Let's say something light, you might get 7 out of the 100 girls who have really high interest in you. But 7 women it's still a lot of women to have high interest in you. So imagine if you talk to 200 women, that's 14 women. You talk to 300, you see what I'm saying? So the numbers go up, right? But the quality is higher. See, what a lot of guys do is if they'll talk to 100 women and let's say maybe 30 to 40 of them they're like, like Austin Summers would say, the medium women or the maybe women, meaning like they got the medium interest in you. You got to take them on a bunch of dates, chase them, do all that other shit, right? What happens is that you might have 30 or 40 of those women out of the 100, but what's going to happen is that most of those women are going to be time wasters. Most of those women, you're only going to get them if you're fucking chasing them and kissing their ass and simping. Most of those women, you have to do a whole bunch of running around to get the pussy. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
So that's what it is.
So you focus more on quality over quantity.
Right.
And that's why you preach the 25 a day to okay. All right, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate clearing that up, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. All right. So, guys, call up. Call the number is 646-481-3901. 646-481-3901 is the number. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys check that out. All right. So let me see what these other questions are saying. Is there any point when it's okay to compromise? I guess I should say compromise in a relationship, or is there no room for that? It's either your way or the highway. Okay, so this is the thing. So what you do is this is why you vet and you check for consistent cooperation. So what happens is when you vet and you check for consistent cooperation, you're dealing with a woman, right, who is in alignment with you. So there's no need to compromise when you are dealing with a woman who is in alignment with you. So you're not telling the woman to change. The woman is exactly who she is. She just works with you, meaning that you guys have chemistry. You guys have a connection. So what happens is that because you have this connection, what that means is there are times where, for example, you and your girl might have a different opinion on something. But what happens is that because she understands you and knows you so well, and therefore knows herself in the situation with you, a lot of times a woman could give you a suggestion because she's at the place now where you and her are together and she's earned her spot. And because she's earned her spot, that means she knows you well. And by her knowing you well, she starts to know herself even better. So what happens is that there a lot of times is not really anything to compromise, because what happens is some of the suggestions that she even says are things you would probably want anyway. Why? Because she knows you so well. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is that the compromise comes in because you guys are wifing up women that are not in alignment with you. So now you have to sort of dissipate some of who you are, and the woman has to also too, and then y'all are both miserable. You understand what I'm saying? Then y'all are both miserable. Crazy. You said, but why they like you if you can't offer anything men are oh yeah, we're talking about this one. So the alpha, this is what you got to understand, right? Those things, as far as men being providers and providing resources, money and all that other shit, right? That comes after her recognizing you're a man. You understand? That's the benefit or bonus a woman can get once she recognizes you're a man. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that you don't want a woman to deal with you based on just the fact that you can provide money and resources, because guess what? A lot of dudes can provide money and resources. So what makes you different than this guy who can provide money and resources? You see what I'm saying? What makes you different? Right? Why don't she just hop from you to another guy who has more money and more resources? This is why, the red pill talks about hypergamy so much. because, you know, they're like, oh, you know, the chick's going to go for the guy who has more. Of course she is, because she's only with you for your money and your resources. There's nothing about you that's interesting. There's nothing about you that makes you unique. There's nothing about you that she's gravitating to. So of course she's going to jump to the guy who has more money than you, because she's only with you for your money. This is what you guys got to understand. You see what I'm saying? You said, where can I get the boss hat and the goat hat from yesterday? Oh, these hat. This is like hold on, let me see. It's some, what's the guy's name? It's the guy's name on this shit. It's I'll tell you after the show. I can't, the guy's name who does these hats. You probably can find them online somewhere. I got them at the sneaker store. Can you do a show title, Internet Talk versus Reality, and another show, Women Dislike Beta Males? Oh yeah, that's actually, hold on, let me write that down. Actually, hold on, let me write that down, because I think that would be an awesome like Internet Talk versus reality in the game. That's a fact, because there's too much internet talk on here, man. Internet talk versus reality. Okay, yeah, I'm gotta put that down at some point. Yeah, that's because I'm telling y'all, there's so much motherfuckers. They're living on the internet. They are living on the internet. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my lady April for doing the screenshots. So I'm talking about. So we got it saved in the archives. So let me see what this says. It says, is a man's test for a woman simply to see if she's cooperating with what he wants to do from the beginning, or as Zach puts it, deference, the only real test? Well, yeah, that's the thing. So the test is this woman following your program? Is this woman being what you need her to be? And is she open to being taught, right? Because this is the thing. When you first meet a woman, right? See, this is what you guys are going to say. Women make choices. Follow what I'm about to say. When a woman is being resistant towards you and giving you shit, she's making a choice to do that when she could not do that. So why is she choosing to give you shit? You understand? Why is she choosing that? See, what the pickup artists will tell you, they'd be like, oh, she has to see if, you know, you're the type of guy who is, you know, a man, and you're not going to be butthurt by her saying, you know, some weird stuff, and see if you could hold frame and all this other stuff, right? But my question would be, if that's the case, then she's essentially saying, I don't see you as a man, which is why I'm testing you. So she's choosing to test you because at first she does not see you as a man. Not only does she not see you as a man, she doesn't see you as that guy, which is why the test is happening. You see what I'm saying? So when you, because listen, this times where I would approach a woman, and before I could even say anything, her eyes are lit up. She got a smile on her face. You understand? She's like happy that I'm speaking to her. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of these dudes on the internet, they think, oh, well, you know, if the hotter the girl is, the harder it's going to be to get her to comply. No. What happens is that you see all these things from the beginning. You see the cooperation from the beginning, because check this out. The same girl who is giving you a hard time is the same girl who's giving another guy not a hard time. So it's not about the girl being hot. Because that hot girl who gave you a hard time, is talking to another guy and cooperating with him as soon as possible. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not, oh, the harder she is, the hotter she is, the harder she is to get. That's bullshit. Because that hot girl, right, is talking to a guy and not giving him a hard time. But she's giving you a hard time. What does that say? See, it'd be one thing if there was a thing where it was like, hey, this is a fact that these women are hot, right? It's a fact. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not subjective. This is objective. It's a fact. God came from the heavens and said, these 4 women right here are hot. And then all 4 of those hot women shit test every guy that has ever approached her, talked to her, try to get with her. Right? Then I'd be like, okay, you have a point. You see what I'm saying? But that's not reality. It's not real life. But let's go to 502. 502 is popping. Who this?
What's going on, Locario? It's Phoenix.
Phoenix in the building. What's going on, fam? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. You know I did to the PayPal.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on, fam?
Yeah, just then on the subject. Now, when you said that that they'll test you, or they won't test you if they're really into you. So does that also happen? Say sometimes once after you've made her your girl, that maybe say you've been with her now 3 years, and then she'll maybe start to question your leadership then, and then she'll start to test you.
Yes, they'll do that if they see that you slipping up. So basically what I'm saying is this, right? So when you're dealing with women, you want to deal with the women who have high interests. Now, check this out. High interests can turn into not high interests because you don't maintain it. You understand what I'm saying? So just because a woman has high interest in you doesn't mean it's going to stay high. She's going to stay highly interested if you're fucking up. You see what I'm saying? So this is why. So what it is this. You want to be able to deal with women who have high interest and be able to maintain the high interest throughout the entirety of the relationship. But this is how you do it. The way that you do it is that you have to be consistent throughout the entire relationship. And the way you be consistent throughout the entire relationship is you have to remain you. You see what I'm saying? So the problem is what a lot of guys do is that at some point they switch up. So the guys who, deal with women who give them shit tests or whatever, all these other things, they've already switched up from the beginning. They've already shown her that they're going to switch up from the moment they started talking to the bitch, right? But what happens is that, let's say you've been on point, you've been vetting the girl, and then, she became your girl, and now she's your girlfriend. And then so now because she's your girlfriend, right? Let's say you was seeing her maybe 3-4 times a week, right? And then now that you've been seeing her 3-4 times a week, she's gotten so used to seeing you 3 or 4 times a week, and she wants to see you more. Now she wants to see you 5 times a week. So now she's complaining to you. She's like, oh, how come, I miss you. Like, can't we see each other again this week? And can't we just do this and blah, 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 blah. Now, what happens is you don't want to see her 5 times a week. You only want to see her 4 times a week, which is why you have it that way. But then what happens is you end up folding because you just don't feel like hearing her mouth, or you feeling guilty for some reason because you're like, oh, well, maybe I should see her more time. So basically you're doing something that's not really you for her. So now what happens is that because she's seen the crack in your armor, now she's going to try to test you. You understand what I'm saying? Because now she's seen that you're willing to fold for her. Do you see what I'm saying?
So then, now... Okay, I see. But in that instance, now what would he do? Because like in your scenario, now he was doing something innocent. It wasn't necessarily bad. He's probably like, oh, you know what? I could spend a little extra time with my chick. So it seemed like it would be logical on the man's part, but she's looking at it as a chink in the armor, and then now she tests him.
Right, but what I'm saying is he did it based on her. You understand what I'm saying? So if she's begging for it, and then he gives in. He's like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow again, right? So what happens is he did it based on her begging. He didn't do it based on him wanting to do that. You understand? So it's not like out of the blue they was just chilling, eating dinner. He says, yo, you know what? I'm gonna come through tomorrow because I want to do this, and that. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't do it on his own. He did it based on her begging him to do it. So essentially, from her perspective, she made him do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing, right?
Okay, so but then when she made him do it, and then now she tests him. So what should he do? Is it to that point it's over? He's got a charger.
No. So what'll happen is this, right? Is that what he would need to do in a lot of cases, right? Well, one, you don't want to fuck it up because sometimes when you fuck it up, it's a little too late. This is how crazy it can get, right? So let's say he did that, right? And then what he would need to do is correct the situation and say, hey, look, I seen you this day, but we're going to go switch back to how it was the past few weeks of me only seeing you 3-4 times a week or whatever the fuck it is, right? And then what'll happen is that if she feels some type of way about it, he still has to stick to that situation and tell her, hey, listen, it's going to be this way and I don't want to hear nothing else about it. You understand what I'm saying? But now this is the part where it's going to get tricky because he switched it up, right? And for her, right? That sort of puts a chink in his leadership. So now when he says, listen, it ain't going to change. So now part of her doesn't believe him, which is why she'll still try to do it again. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is the part where he needs to stand on business and say, listen, if you bring this up again, it's going to be a wrap. So I'm just letting you know, if you bring this up again, it's going to be a wrap. Now, again, at this point, she could bring it up again. Why? Because he folded. So part of her still don't believe him. But check this out. If she does bring it up again, he has to get rid of her. Because if he doesn't, then it's like, oh, so he went back on this shit again. So now I really don't believe this nigga. So now more disrespect and testing is going to come. So what happens is that he would need to get rid of her regardless, because if he stays after he gave his word that he would go, it's a wrap anyway, because now she really ain't going to respect him and she's going to really be testing him and doing all this other crazy shit because he didn't stand on it. So this is why you have to make sure that you're standing on your shit at all times. You understand what I'm saying? You can't have no chinks in your armor. You understand? Because as soon as they find that little hole to go through it, that it's over. Because essentially what's happening now is that you are transforming from that guy to the rest of these niggas. Now you're like the rest of them. You understand what I'm saying?
And now it's gonna make her act even worse. I actually, in a way, get kind of angry at you because she's like, "Damn, I got sold a lemon. I thought this was a man."
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
So she might actually, after you charge her, that might actually make her like you more. That's why they sometimes try to spin the block.
Exactly, because now if you say, "Look, I'm going to charge your ass to the game if you be on that bullshit," she stays on the bullshit, you charge her, she's like, oh shit, he was serious. Like, you see what I'm saying? So she was like, oh fuck. And then what'll happen is that because she realized she made a mistake, right? Then she may come back to you. Now, at that point, you can take her back or not take her back. That's up to you. But if you take her back, that's when you really have to be like, listen, if you back in this situation, none of this bullshit can happen again. But check this out. You telling her is directly correlated still to you not doing it. So you can tell her, listen, none of this bullshit is going to happen again, but you're really talking to yourself because you have to make sure none of the bullshit happens again. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have to make sure that you're not moving based on her. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the problem, is that a lot of guys, they get so, they start kicking their feet up in their relationship because they got the girlfriend or the wife and they think it's time to relax. So they're like, oh, well, yeah, she's begging me this or she's trying to get me to do that. Fuck it, I'll do it, whatever. And then because she sees that she's able to move you, right? That's where the disrespect and the testing comes in. Because what happens is that, see, this is the thing. This is the funny part, right? The funny part about this whole situation, or what's ironic about it, is that, I was talking about this before, how women can be annoying in a relationship, right? And this is the type of shit I'm talking about, where she'll try to get you to do things. And, because she's comfortable with you, she's been with you for a while, she's starting to be more invested, whatever. But at the same time, she's trying to get you to do these things. Now, the funny part is that you have to stand firm in your situation, because you have to make sure that she knows that she can't move you. You understand? As soon as she thinks she can, it's over. So you have to let a woman sit in her, BS, meaning Like, let's say she says, I want to see you more, blah, 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 and she's crying over it. Let her cry. Let her feel whatever the fuck she gonna feel. It ain't changing. You understand what I'm saying? It's only changing unless I want it to change when I want to change it at the point I'm going to change it. Do you see what I'm saying? So you got to let her sit in whatever she's sitting in to let her know that this ain't going to go down. Now, there's a difference between a woman being annoying because she wants something and a woman being disrespectful. And I talked about this on the other show, is that the woman could say, can we do this? Blah, blah, blah. You could tell her, no, it ain't happening. And that could be the end of it, right? She could bring it up again 2 weeks later, a month later. No, we still ain't doing that, right? That's fine. As long as it doesn't get disrespectful, then we're good. You see what I'm saying? But you have to make sure you're not moving based on her, because as soon as you move based on a woman, it is over, finito, done. Like, for example, there's times where I was supposed to like go out with a chick. And it'll be a bad chick too, my standards, whatever. So, so the chick is bad. And I would say, hey, meet me at this spot. And then she would say, oh, well, can you meet me around my way? And I say, no, meet me here. I'm like, if I wanted to meet you around your way, I would have told you I'm going to come around your way. So meet me here. Right. And then she'd be like, oh, well, I don't know, that seems kind of far. And I said, well, listen. You have my information. When you're ready to meet me where I'm telling you to meet me, hit me up. And then you know what's the funny part? More than half the time I'll have the chick will hit me up and say, hey, I was thinking, I really want to see you. So are you still available? I'll meet you at the spot. So we went through all of that shit just for her to come around. But see, she came around because she knew I wasn't going to move off my point. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, right. Which was, she got to meet me where I'm telling her to meet me.
Yeah, which was like, it was kind of like a way of her test to be like, okay, what kind of man is this? Oh, okay, he's the type of man that's gonna stand on his shit.
Right.
He's worth the drive to go meet him.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go and fucking, switch my shit up or chase after you or nothing. It's like, listen, I'm presenting you with the opportunity. This is what it is. Either you gonna fuck with it or you're not. You understand what I'm saying? And that's it. So once she realizes that, damn, either I got to do it his way or it ain't going to happen, fuck it. I'm doing it his way. You understand what I'm saying? Now, understand, even with that particular situation, that is still medium interest. You see what I'm saying? Because if she had high interest, she would have never said none of that shit. I would have said, meet me here. She'd have been like, okay, sounds good. That would have been it. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. So that first situation where the girl was like, oh, well, can you meet me at as soon as she said, can you meet me at my place or my area? That's medium interest. You understand what I'm saying? A woman who has high interest, don't say no shit like that. It's I tell her to meet me, she meets me, period. That's it.
Oh, okay. So, but the medium interest, you was able to take that medium interest and you could turn it now into high interest because you were like, all right, I'm not doing it. Now she's like, okay, this is a man.
No. She still has medium interest. You understand what I'm saying? Now she could start to, let's say, like me a little more, but it's still medium interest. So what I'm saying is high interest. So what I'm saying is the interest the woman shows you from the beginning is the actual interest. This is why I tell you guys that you can still deal with a woman who has medium interest, but just understand she has medium interest. So a lot of these guys, the pickup artists who say, you got to pass her shit test, bro. Shit test is medium interest. Or it could be low interest, but it's not high interest. So even if you get a woman to come around with the medium interest, it's still medium interest. Even if, because this is what you got to understand. Even if a woman, for example, let's say that same girl, let's say she comes to see me, we have a good time, she's really liking me, everything is all cool, blah, 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 all that other bullshit, right? We get together, let's say I'll hook up with her, whatever, and all of that other stuff, right? What happens is that within the interaction, there's still going to be some form of resistance, still. You understand what I'm saying? Because from the jump, there was already resistance. You see what I'm saying? This is why I say it's supposed to be high interest and you maintain the high interest. Because if you're dealing with a woman who has medium interest, what's going to happen is that it's not going to turn into high interest, right? Because of the fact that in order for it to really turn into high interest, right? That would mean that you would have to grow on her in some form of way. The fact that you would have to grow on her means that it's not high. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't turn high. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying, because basically what happened is, in a way, her shit test was kind of successful in a way, because by the time she said something to you like, oh, hey, how about we meet my way or whatever, and then the person's like, she showed the medium interest, kind of gave the guy a test, and then he was like, nah, she still showed up. It can't ever transfer to high interest, because she's like, well, I showed him medium interest and he still showed up for me either way, even though she's seen and she went along with what you wanted.
Right. Because
she still showed that medium interest and still got you.
Right. Exactly. Because it was already resistance from the beginning. So what happens is that so this is the things, and this is the part that the pickup artists don't talk about, because they just figure, hey, I got the pussy, so I won. What they don't understand is that same girl who's giving that medium interest or that resistance is going to be the same girl who's going to resist you when you're dating, who's going to resist you or show resistance in the relationship. So what I try to tell you guys is that when you notice the medium interest, right, understand that dealing with her is you choosing to deal with her with that medium interest. Like, for example, I had another situation like that, same type of situation. I told the girl to meet me at the spot, right? And she was like, oh, can you meet me by my way? Same type of scenario. I said, nah, listen, meet me here, holla at me if you're free to meet here. And that was basically it, right? So then she hits me up and she's like, oh, hey, actually, I'm going to be in your area, if you still want to meet at the place you said. I said, cool, come through. Now, remember, still medium interest. So now we're on the date, and mind you, we're on the date and we're talking, flirting, we're close and shit, touching each other a little bit. And then guess what happened? When it got to the point where, the kissing is supposed to go down, she says to me, oh, we should wait till we get to know each other more for that.
Oh, shit.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the behavior from the app of us trying to set it up where she was giving me resistance, right? I got more resistance when she showed up. So resistance at the beginning is a indicator of more resistance. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all in a lot of cases.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So it's kind of like, you remember back in the day, like when you first got your cell phone, you had to make sure that the battery was charged 100%.
Right.
Because it had to be there. But if you started using your cell phone when it was only at 50%, the battery could never go past 50%.
Right.
Because it's like you had already set the charge level. So it's what it seems like. If you go ahead and you accept less than 100%, you could never go past that initial level in what you accepted.
Right.
So
exactly.
if you buy in at the 50%, you could only ever get 50%.
Right. Exactly. And what I'm saying is that the times where, because see, I say all this stuff to you guys because I've done this shit a bazillion. You know how many women I dealt with who have medium interest? And it's the same fucking shit. So even if it's not them not kissing me on the first date, it'll be a girl will, for example, if I'm dealing with a medium interest chick, we'll be making out and shit. And then I say, hey, come to my place. And she's like, oh, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Right. Or it could be a situation where it's a chick who has medium interest that I'm hooking up with. And then when I hit her up, right, I'm like, yo, come through to the crib. And she's like, no, come to my crib. Why don't you come to, like, it's always something. You see what I mean? But the difference is when I'm dealing with a woman who has high interest, I say, hey, do this. Yes, sounds good. Do this. Cool. I'll be there. Do this. There's no fucking resistance at all. You feel what I'm saying? Because she has high interest. Like there's nothing. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but see now here's where I guess now it's kind of getting a little clearer for me and because the other guys they were saying because I agree with you 1,000%, but the other guys like those pickup artist people they were like, well, I got the pussy and she was mediumly interested in me. But what you're saying is okay, so she got the pussy on medium interest. But how you are one way is how you are always.
Right.
So now when you deal with women in general, you're going to deal with women who give you resistance and pushback and all these other things.
Exactly, because that's what a lot of these guys do. Right, that's what a lot of these guys do. They deal with women who give them a lot of pushback. The chick will flake. They'll still call. Like the chick they'll text the girl will leave them on red, and then they'll text her again next week. The girl will leave them on red, and then they'll triple text the girl a week later, and then she'll respond. You see what I'm saying? And so they'll deal with those type of women. And again, every guy can do what they want. What I'm saying is that when you choose to deal with women who don't have high interest, you have to be prepared for that stuff. So you can't be like, man, why is she tripping? Why is she flaking? Because you knew from the beginning, based on how she came at you and interacted with you, that she didn't have high interest. Because what happens is when a woman has high interest, right, what she's essentially trying to do is she's trying to make things more easier for you. Meaning, so basically this is what women do when they have high interest. A woman who has high interest is trying to prove herself to you over and over again to do more, to be more valuable to you so that you can choose her for the longer term. So a woman who has high interest, what happens is that when you tell her to do something, or when you tell her to meet you, when you tell her to make shit happen, she's extremely cooperative because she wants to make sure that she is at top of mind or top of the list. So this is why women who are like that will sometimes buy you gifts. You know why? Because she says, well, listen, I know he probably fucking these other girls, but these girls aren't buying him gifts. So I'm giving him pussy and gifts. You understand? I know he's probably dealing with all these other girls, and these other girls are probably, they on some bullshit and they goofy, but I'm going to make sure that I am choosing to be attentive and to be responsive to him. You see what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about him all day. And that's what happens when you have the women who have high interest. The women who have medium interest in you, right? Those same women have a guy who they are highly interested in you. For example, sometimes when you call a girl or text a girl to meet up and she flakes on you and says, oh, I'm sorry, something came up. You know who came up? The guy she has high interest in. You see what I'm saying? So she flakes on you to get with the guy she has higher interest in. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where when you recognize the behaviors of women who have high interest versus medium interest or low interest, you understand, oh, wait a second. I realize she has this type of interest in me, so I don't really have to waste my time with this girl. You understand? Now, if I do choose to deal with her, I'm dealing with her with the knowledge that I'm probably going to be wasting my time in certain situations. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like you said, even if you do that, it's gonna kind of cost that person in the long run, because you're losing points on your manhood.
Exactly.
By doing that. So even if you get the pussy and you wear her down, it's like you in the long run you wear yourself down by trying to wear her down.
Right. Exactly.
Because you're now less of a man, and you had to do that. So now you're less of a man when you go to the next woman. Now you're 90% a man. You do it again. Now you're 80% of a man, and you keep going down to where you just go for any old thing, just whatever woman they give you.
Right, and
you have no manhood at all.
Right, and the thing is that when a woman has high interest in you and sees you as that guy, you don't really have to do much. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing: you ever been around a woman and you said you probably said the most like regular or even something corny, like a corny joke, and she laughed like that shit was the funniest shit ever? You know what I'm saying? She acted like what you said was gold, even though it was some regular shit. The reason why she's doing that is because she has high interest in you. When she has high interest in you, everything you say is funny. It's amazing. You're so cute. Everything you do is so awesome. You could do no wrong. Everything is just, you're like God to these hoes, like me having a t-shirt. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is that a lot of these guys, what they're doing is they're overcompensating to attract women who have medium interests. That's what most guys do. This is why you double, triple text a girl. This is why you still go out with a woman who keeps flaking on you. This is why a guy will have a girl over his house. She still don't want to hit, and then he'll invite her over again, even though she ain't trying to smash. Like, these dudes are dealing with all these women, and they're doing all this extra shit, overcompensating for women who don't really like them. You see what I'm saying? It's unfortunate. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man.
Oh. Damn, that's what's up, man. You dropped a whole lot on there. Cause I was gonna ask you another question. I'm gonna donate some more, but just this last little question,
go ahead.
When you said the guys were out or whatever, and they see, they're out with the woman or whatever. Now, what if it's like, okay, so she sees she can't recognize a man. You said like she can't recognize a man,
right?
Is that necessarily a bad thing, depending on say his swag or how he's moving? That maybe it's because of that. That's why she can't recognize him. So. In that instance, is it okay to kind of deal with that woman then because he's not, maybe he's a dork, maybe he's kind of nerdy or something like that.
So wait, so what are you saying again? Like you're saying that,
like you were saying that she can't, like when you go out and you go to approach a woman, that she'll kind of shit test those guys because she can't recognize a man. But what if he's not, how he's moving, or say maybe he's a dork, a nerd, or something like that, and that's why she can't recognize the man. But after a little conversation, she can go, "Oh, okay, this guy is kind of solid. He just on the surface didn't seem that way."
Right. Well,
is it okay for that guy to deal with women?
No. The thing is that she didn't recognize him or see him as that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So meaning that. So what I'm saying is that a lot of times what'll happen is even before you open your mouth. Right? There's a certain vibe and a certain energy that is given off, right? And so when you open your mouth or you interact with her, right? A lot of times she's responding just to that vibe. It's just like, for example, like you could be in a room or an event, or you could be on the train or the bus or whatever it is, and you see somebody and they just have a weird, suspicious vibe to them. You're like, this person seems a little weird. You understand?
Like you get goosebumps.
Yeah, something about them. Or let's say you just see a dude and he looks like his demeanor looks like he looks dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? Like you just like what the fuck? Like this guy look like he'll beat somebody's ass just on his facial expression. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that a woman, if she sees you as the dork, you understand what I'm saying? What happens is that a lot of times it's not that you are a dork, right? But if a lot of women see you as a dork, then you're probably a dork. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that, see, every woman is not going to see you the same, but if you have 98, 90%, 99% of women see you as a dork, you're probably a dork. You understand? Now, if you're in a situation where, let's say, 40, 50% of women see you as a dork, right? But you have another 40% of women to see you as that guy, then you're probably not really a dork. You understand what I'm saying? You just haven't found your tribe. You see what I mean? But the thing is that what happens is that you have to really just be authentic. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times, even when a person is a dork is an archetype that's not even really who that person is. You see what I'm saying? But they're putting on the dork mask and dork uniform because that's what they've agreed to be for society. They haven't really understood their masculine identity. Because if you strip down the layers of that fucking dork, you will see that unique motherfucker. But that dude, he don't even know who that is yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's kind of like Superman and Clark Kent.
Exactly, right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, So as men, the men walk around, they ain't got to go into the phone booth and change into their costume. They already walk around as Superman the whole time.
Exactly. Facts. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Real talk. Real shit, man.
Gotcha.
Real shit.
Okay, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to donate some more, jump on back in, and catch the rest of the show, man. I'll holler at you later.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go to 516. This will be the last call. 516. What's popping? Who this? And I'll get some of these questions and we can wrap it up. 516.
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's up, man? It's Justin, 29.
What's going on? New York. What's popping, bro? Did you donate?
It didn't work. What's the new one?
You gotta. It's at the top. You gotta hit the PayPal or the Venmo. PayPal or Venmo.
Oh shit! Can I just donate to Miles right now?
Yeah, go. You can donate to Miles. Go donate to Miles. But what's your question? Because we gotta wrap this up in a little bit. What's your question?
Yeah, man. All right. So I just donated to Miles, by the way. But
cool.
Yeah. So I called in yesterday. I was the guy that's talking about the relationship.
Which relationship? The one that you was trying to the girl that said she got that she was asking about politics?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so what's going on with that?
Yeah, so I talked to her, and basically your advice to me was to basically just tell her, yo, listen, if this is gonna work out in the relationship, I'm gonna need to lead, you don't need to follow, it doesn't matter what your beliefs are,
Right.
And I told her that, and she said okay, like she was with it, she agreed to it,
Okay,
but
that's what's up.
I just have what's up.
I said that's what's up. So what's going on?
Yeah, it's just she seemed a little like she didn't seem happy about it, but she still agreed to it. So I'm just kind of wondering now if it's like if that's still cool or like, what do you think?
So what did she do? What made you think she didn't seem happy about it? What happened? What'd she say?
It's she didn't do anything. It was just basically like kind of like the demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell she was just kind of like just a little skeptical about it.
So what did you say to her exactly? What did you say?
I told her what you told me to say. I said basically, you can believe whatever you want to believe, in terms of your politics, that's cool. But, when it comes to you and me, I'm going to need you to be, following me, essentially. That's what I told her.
And what was her response?
She said, okay, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she pretty much she asked me like, just a couple of questions, like about like that structure, like, basically just saying, so like what you say goes. And I was like, yeah, what I say goes. Like, if I need you to do something, then, I need you to do it.
Right. And what did she say?
I clarified it to her and, she still agreed.
Right. Well, this is the thing. See, what happens is that the issue too is this should have been something she's already been accustomed to. Because aren't you telling her to do shit already this whole time? Aren't you like giving her instructions? Aren't you leading her?
Yeah, man, I have.
Right.
I have. The thing is, I just in the beginning of this live stream, you was talking about, setting up your program and everything. I just didn't do it to the extent that I felt like I needed to in terms of like getting more specific things done other than just setting up, times to meet and where we're going on dates and when she pays and, whatnot, things like that. I should have like been more specific and going more in depth in other things that are more specific to me as well. And I don't feel like I did that enough.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Have you and her ever had like arguments and shit?
Nah, never.
Okay. So no arguments, just more like, so no, it's never been like any friction at all. Sure. It's not like,
I mean, the only time it was like, friction was when I, had brought this stuff up, and it was like, it just kind of, it could have turned into an argument, but I basically just, checked her on and told her to just speak, respectfully, to me. And, she did.
So wait,
and it's not even like she went crazy with it.
What was the friction though? But this was saying, what was the friction? What was the friction when he was bringing this stuff up?
Like just, I guess like kind of like the tone of her voice started kind of getting like not yelling or whatever, but more just judgmental on some stuff. I could tell it was like kind of getting like, judgy.
And what give me an example.
An example would be, like I was telling her about, I was just telling her about my politics. So that's why I was just like, I didn't think that like, a girl that transitioned into a fucking guy or vice versa or whatever would be like that, whatever they transitioned into. And then she started getting, defensive about that. And cause she disagreed with that,
Right.
So it's like that, that type of stuff.
Right. So this is the thing, you got to look at too, is that, see, what can happen too is, cause I had an ex-girlfriend where, there were certain things we didn't agree on, and what happened is that at first it was like, cool, we just don't agree, it's whatever, but then it became disrespect later on, You understand what I'm saying? Because deep down what happened is that, see, because this you have women who won't agree with certain things that you believe in, which is fine. But then you have certain women who won't agree and they take it personally. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And then those who take it personally, then what happens is that them not agreeing with you turns into disrespect. You understand what I'm saying? So then what will happen is that, you know, let's say, for example, just giving it, you know, example, let's say she's hanging out with her friends or whatever, and then she tells you, oh, I was with, you know, Jennifer, and then she told me how her friend, you know, did such and such. And I just think that's crazy, right? And then you say to her, you say, well, you know, I don't agree. I think that, you know, her friend should like listen to her man because he probably knows what's best for the situation, right? So then because she doesn't agree with, she's thinking about her friend, and then in her mind, you're like, oh, you're just dismissing what she went through and her feelings and what's wrong with you and how could you? And that sounds so toxic and blah, 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 right? So then now what's going to happen is that because she's all emotional about that shit, you understand what I'm saying? Then that could turn into drama and disrespect on your end, because since she's taking shit personally, right? She might try to attach or attack something that deep down she doesn't like that you say or believe, and then turn that into an argument or turn that into disrespect. Do you see what I'm saying? Right. So it's one thing for a girl to believe what she want to believe or whatever it is like that, as long as it doesn't turn into her disrespecting you because of it. You understand? You guys can agree to disagree, whatever, but it can't turn into disrespect based on her getting emotional and then disrespecting you because of it. Because what happens is that you could be in a relationship, and this is the relationship you don't ever want to be in. You could be in a relationship with a woman who low key is either in competition with you or low key despises you for whatever reason. You understand what I'm saying? And then that will come out in little like mini situations where she'll like say certain little slick things, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and so for example, like your girl might say, like something might happen, or you guys are watching something in the news, and let's say some guy did some fucked up shit, and then she'd be like, oh, you know, well, this is what happens when, you know, guys believe that type of goofy stuff you believe in. You see what I'm saying? Like she'll say shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Which is disrespect, because what she's essentially saying is that the stuff you don't believe, the stuff you believe in, I think is stupid. And right now I'm expressing how stupid it is, but I'm really saying you're stupid. You see what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that if that's the case, right, you can't really be in a relationship with that type of chick. And this is why I'm saying, where if she's feeling some type of way or not taking it too well, as far as you letting her know, hey, this is how I want it to be, then you might need a rethink. Because how long you been with this girl? You said for like, what, 12 months, 14 months, something like 14. That? Right. I would give her at least a good 3 or 4 months more before you even really like, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is with that situation, and with the next 4 months, you know, you need to pay attention to how she's responding to you leading. So you got to really test the shit out this woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And should I just tell her like, yo, listen, like, you know, we not together yet. You know, I just want to say, like, I guess, like, I'm still vetting you out.
Yeah,
you know
like, yeah, like, well, this is what you say. Yeah, be like, listen, you know, we still doing our thing, and you know, when the time comes, then we could take it to that next step. And then what'll happen is that within that, then you'll really see, is she really about it or not? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, man. Because I think she already thinks that, like, I already like agreed to, you know, being.
No, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. She should. See what I'm saying? You gotta be clear on what's going on, bro. Because you can't have her thinking.
Yeah, so I'll just tell her.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, so I'll just tell her, yo, listen, like, I, you know, since we had this talk, you know, I wanna just, you know, continue doing this and seeing basically where this. I guess not where it goes, but I need to see more, basically, you know, let her know that.
Right, but this is also what you got to do. You have to take more action and less talking. So what I'm saying is you can. So what I'm noticing is that you're talking about it versus being about it, so that you can see if she's actually going to be about it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to say, "Hey, I want you to follow me," but follow you to do what? Like you got to give her something to follow. You have to give her instruction. You got to say, "Hey, I need you to do this tomorrow. We're going to do that, blah blah blah," and see how she responds or reacts to you. So what happens is that it's almost like you want her to a certain extent to forget and for her to naturally respond. So now if you say to her, "Hey, come through, and we're going to do this today," and then she's like, "Oh, why do we have to do that for? I'm not really, and then you see she's giving you attitude or pushback or whatever, take note of that. You see what I'm saying? If y'all start getting in a conversation about something political or whatever, and she's giving you an attitude based on your opinions, take note of that. You see what I'm saying? And then,
and I think, I got you, man.
Right.
And I'm sorry, but I just thought, I think the other thing is she was being really, she was always following my directions and everything. And so it was like when I pointed it out is when she got emotional about it, because she thought like she was getting into like a subservient position when that's like not the case.
Wait, you said she thought that what?
Nah, so like I guess like she, she was all good. Everything was all good, and everything still is in terms of like, her following me and everything. It's just until I pointed out the dynamic, that's when it was kind of like, oh, she got emotional about that because she had thought like, a leader was better than a follower,
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, she sound like, to be honest, she sound like one of these like super feminist type of chicks that, feel like your leadership and your toxic masculinity, mansplaining, she probably calls you her partner and shit to her friends. You know what I'm saying? You got, bro, gotta
I had
listen.
to tell her not to call me. I had to tell her not to call me that.
She called you partner, right? She called you her partner, right?
Nah, she never. She I think at one point, she was talking about like just in general like partners, and I was like, nah, if we get together, I'm your man. That's it.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying, yo. It sounds like she's April's right. She said this is a disaster, man. She sound like she's going to be like, I don't need to listen to your toxic masculinity. We're supposed to be equal partners in this relationship. I'm telling you, it's coming. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta test her out and be like, look, man. And by the time like the 18-month is, be like, look, this is or isn't happening, because you know what I'm saying? So you gotta you gotta let her know, because next when she starts. Like, so when she starts acting funny, point that out. Be like, listen, you see that right there? That I don't like that. So if we're in a relationship, we can't have none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so you need to, like, it's almost like you need to let her realize that if this doesn't happen, she knows why. And she needs to realize if she wants it to happen, this is what she has to do. It's basically that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Totally, man. All right, I know you got to go, so I really appreciate the help, man. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, man. All right. So I'm going to kill the phone lines real quick, and then I'm going to just answer these questions, and we're going to be out of here. All right, so where was I with these questions? Sister Ms. Locario, how did you learn to test women? What specifically did you do? So again, like I said, you guys need to have a program, a way you do things, a standard, some principles, and then you basically test women based on that. That's it. So you got to figure out how you want your situation to be, and then you test women to see if they're going to be able to follow your lead and to be coachable in order to get to that point. You see what I'm saying? So it's basically, if you don't make a woman feel things immediately, then she's going to treat you like garbage, basically. Well, the thing is this, they feel what they're going to feel, but their responses and reactions to you show you how they feel. You understand? Like, I'm telling you, it's really simple. Like, women are very, like, if you guys are paying attention, women are plainly like saying this to you. You go on a date with a girl, she hits you up the next day or the next week when you try to hit her up. She's like, hey, You know, I had a really great time, but I don't really feel a connection. Maybe we could just be friends. Low interest. Woman leaves you on red. Medium or low interest. A woman is smiling in your face, you know, texting you, calling you, being very cooperative. High interest. You understand? You said, why are most movies about a guy simping for a female? I started turning off movies halfway through when I realized it's another one of those. Well, that's society. Society wants to program you guys to be simps. This is why you need to learn game, because when you learn game, you don't go with what society's telling you. You be your own man. Says, you tell us we should walk up and tell a woman what's really on our mind, but what if a woman look at us like a creep? Well, again, why are you worried about a woman looking at you like a creep? You have to stop. You got to get out your minds worrying about how women look at you. See, if your intention is to walk up to a woman and have a conversation with her to let her know your interests, your intentions, there's nothing wrong with that. If she looks at you like a creep, then that's on her. Who gives a fuck? You said, if you slip up while you're dating, is it possible to go get back on point and interest goes back to high? So this is the thing. Think about it think about your relationship like a glass, right? And let's say the glass cup is a glass cup or whatever, falls on the ground and it splits into two pieces. And then let's say you put some super glue and you glue it back together. So you glue it back together, but you still see the crack. You still see the line where the crack is. So yeah, you can go back and still make things happen, but it'll never be the same again. You understand? It's just like, perfect example. When Drake got found out to have ghostwriters, before that, Drake was looked at as like one of the greatest motherfuckers of all time. Now they're like, but nigga, you got ghostwriters, so I can't say you that nigga like that. Like, you still cool, like the music's still good, but we seen that you got ghostwriters, fam. So it ain't the same. It's just like what's his name, Will Smith. As soon as Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, it was a wrap. You will never look at Will Smith the same. So you still like Will Smith, probably. You still like the last Bad Boys movie and all that other shit, but you ain't never gonna look at Will Smith the same. You understand what I'm saying? And that's because there was the chink in the armor. And again, it's not to say that you have to be perfect, but check this out. You should be yourself, because if you're yourself, then that's what it is. Like, you don't see, a lot of times what happens is that things seem different because who you really are is going to show. But if you were being who you really are from the beginning, right, and just being yourself from the beginning, right, even if you grow and change, you're still growing and changing, being who you are. You're not being fake in your intentions and how you do shit. You said, what if we approach 50 women in one day and get all rejections? Then approach 51. You'll be all right. Approach another one. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stop worrying about that shit. It says, can testing by a man or a woman be a level of insecurity? If I have to do this or do that to see if she has high/low interest, is it really about saving time or the ego avoiding being played? No, it's about you understanding what you want, right? And then you dealing with that person, because that woman is a woman who's worth being there. So, Arthur, would you rather deal with a woman who is not interested in you at all, is wasting her time and only with you for your money, right? I'm sure you don't. So what you do is you test the woman to see, hey, is she actually interested in me or just my money? Oh, she's just interested in my money. So I don't want that. So fuck out of here. You understand what I'm saying? It's really that simple. It's really that simple. You said, have you ever had a situation where you told a chick you wanted to smash? She didn't say she wanted to do that right now, and you told her to hit you back when she was down and she came through? Yeah, I've had situations like that where the chick is like, oh, you know, I can't tonight. I got to get up for work in the morning, or it's late, or whatever the fuck she's saying. I don't give a fuck. And I said, well, listen, next time you see me, we gonna get a cracking. And then we got a cracking. Well, most women act like you are crazy when you tell them you know that she is pretends to be a certain way for you, even if you just told them they can drop the act. What? I don't know. I don't know exactly what you're saying, McPray. You gotta reword that. If it's medium interest, she will never be consistently cooperative at any point. Correct, meaning she could never get to the point where she's my girl ever. Well, you can have her as your girl. You're just gonna have a girl who basically is gonna give you some resistance. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. So again, you can choose to be with these women. I'm just saying, understand who you're choosing. That's why you gotta understand. This is why you hear about guys who are with their girlfriends or who are in long-term relationships or marriages and shit. They in sexless marriages. The woman's always yelling at them. The guy is sleeping on the couch. That's a woman who doesn't have high interest in that motherfucker. I get a lot of medium interest women who swipe on me on Tinder, but they don't engage. What are some ways to get high interest women on dating apps, if there are any? Go to badboymembership.com to check out all the programs on there. But basically what it is it's a numbers game. So when I tell you guys to play the numbers game, I'm not talking about just being on dating apps. Like, it's actually easier to meet women outside than on dating apps, to be honest. This is what it is. That's the ironic part. People think that the dating apps, you know, make it easier, or guys will use dating apps because they're too scared to approach women. You're actually going to get more, or I should say, you'll get better interactions offline. If you go out to like bars, clubs, events, you know, meet and actually meet women face to face, you'll get a lot more. And the reason why is because online is the least investment that man or woman puts into something. So because the investment is low, then you're going to get a lot of flakes and bullshit on the dating app. You understand what I'm saying? So you can get women on the dating apps, but understand a lot of the resistance, flakiness, non-responsive shit is because there isn't really any investment in the situation. So if a woman goes out to an event, right, what she did was she was at home, she went, took a shower, put on her makeup, put on a nice outfit, walked out of her house, drove to the place, took a bus, train, whatever, got to the place. So she's invested a lot of time and energy to be right where you're at to talk to her. If she's on her phone, the chick is in her fucking slippers at home with a bonnet on, just talking to you like, who gives a fuck? You see what I'm saying? Says, how do you deal and treat a woman that is sickly and dealing with the flu, but not lying about it, showing through FaceTime in the hospital? You don't. Just tell her to hit you up when she's feeling better. That's it. What is considered a high success rate when approaching and converting women? For example, approaching 100 women and getting 3 is low to me. So this is what I'll say. Guys who have really tight game, and when you say a success rate, are we talking about the interactions, or are we talking about sex? You understand? So if we're just talking about the interactions, right? A good success rate, or I should say an advanced success rate, would be about 35 to 40%, which means for every 100 girls you approach and talk to, at least 35 to 40 would be receptive. You understand? That's a person who has like really, tight game. Now, what'll happen is that out of those, let's say 30 to 40 women who are receptive to you, right? You might get, let's say, probably like 3 to maybe 5 or 6 that you'll probably smash out of those 40. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say for every 100 girls, right, that you approach, if you are an advanced motherfucker, you probably smash, probably 3 to maybe 5 of them out of the 100. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the thing is that if you're simping though, you understand what I'm saying? If you're simping and tricking and doing all of that other stuff, you might smash more. You understand? Because you'll be able to smash more women the more you simp. Right? The problem is that you have to simp in order to make that happen. So which is basically saying you have to disregard your manhood for some pussy. You understand what I'm saying? So let me see. Let me get to a few more of these questions and we wrap it up. So a woman will give you pushback, attitude, and disrespect because she's jealous of your lifestyle. Yeah, you could deal with a woman who's they're jealous or they feel some type of way because they're competing with you. They may think that it's so crazy. Like you could be dealing with a woman and she's attracted to you, right? This could be a girl you're dating, your girlfriend, whoever, and she's attracted to you, but she still low-key hates that you're attractive because she's like, oh, all these other bitches are going to want him. You understand what I'm saying? So she wants you, but she's also kind of hating on you because she knows that you're that guy. It's weird. It's like, she's attracted, she likes you, but at the same time, she feels resentful sometimes because you are, that attractive. You understand what I'm saying? And those are the worst type of women to be with, to be honest. You understand what I'm saying? You said, why are man and woman not equal partners? Well, because the reason why they're not equal is because what happens is that within the relationship, there are different roles and different things that need to happen based on the position of each person, right? So even for example, like, when a relationship is beginning, right, it's the man who creates the situation. He approaches the girl, he opens the conversation, he sets up the dates. So already we're not equal because women aren't generally approaching guys how guys are approaching women. It doesn't work that way. You see what I'm saying? Men are the ones who are leading. The women aren't leading the men unless they're dealing with a guy who's a beta. You understand what I'm saying? Because even in a relationship where the woman is leading and the guy's on some beta male shit, it's still not equal. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that dynamic is there. You say you're talking about 100 women, 100 in a day or during the week. It could be a day, it could be a week, it could be whatever. As long as, it's just, we're talking about just the numbers, the numbers of women that you approach and interact with, right? The more you do, the more, access you have. And then therefore, the more situations where things can happen. You understand? So it's a numbers game regardless, period. All right. So guys, that's pretty much it, man. We about to wrap it up. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Get on the holiday sale. Make sure you get on the holiday sale. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com to join the Masculine Identity Membership and tune in tomorrow for the Real Game No Theory show. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And we will holler at y'all later. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. And I am out of here. Peace.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And it's that time again, guys. The Bad Boy Membership holiday sale. Okay, so now on this holiday sale, you guys are getting a lot of free stuff. You already know the drill, all right? So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get when you join the Bad Boy Membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, all right? So check this out.
Now, when you join the Bad Boy Membership on the holiday sale, you're going to get the ultimate Bad Boy package for free. Now, this includes the Bad Boys Guide to Dating program, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, Manhood and the Game seminar, the Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, Banned from YouTube Dating Advice mixtape, How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar, and How to Pick Up and Date Multiple Women seminar audio version. You're also going to get these other bonus programs for free. The Simple Way to Talk to Women, The Abundance Mindset, How You Must Think and Act to Date Multiple Women Successfully, The Conversation Booster, Learn What to Say to Make Women Want to Date and Have Sex with You,
the confidence booster. Learn how to be the confident man that women are attracted to, what every man should know about sex, dating, and relationships, the secret women code, 7 things women do to deceive and play games with you, step up your dating game audio seminar, stop being nice and friendly, how to quit being the nice guy that gets stuck in the friend zone, and man up, principles every man should live by to be successful in love and in life. So with the ultimate bad boy package, you're getting 16 programs that equal up to about $2,000 in value for free just by joining the Bad Boy membership on the holiday sale. But wait, there's more. When you join the Bad Boy membership holiday sale, you're also going to get the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary. Now, this documentary officially drops next year, 2025, but you get to watch it right now when you join the Bad Boy membership holiday sale. You're also going to get the How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program. Now, this is an audio program that breaks down how to be the type of guy that women really want to have sex with. And you can only get this program on the Bad Boy membership holiday sale. This is exclusive to the sale. You cannot get this program anywhere else. When you join the Bad Boy membership holiday sale, you're going to get access to the Bad Boy membership. And in the Bad Boy membership, you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Right now, there are over 125 programs on the Bad Boy membership, and there's a new program dropping every month. You're also going to get the Ultimate Bad Boy package, which is over $2,000 worth of programs for free. You're also going to get the Game Kings 2 documentary that's not even out now. It's going to come out next year, so you get to see this documentary now. You're also going to get How to Be the Guy Women Just Want for Sex audio program, and you can only get that audio program exclusively on this Bad Boy membership holiday sale. So all you need to do is go to badboymembership.com right now and join the Bad Boy membership to take advantage of the holiday sale. All right, so guys, make sure that you join the Bad Boy membership from now up until January 1st, 2025, okay? When you join the Bad Boy membership, you're gonna get all of this free stuff, all right? So make sure you click the link below or go straight to badboymembership.com and take advantage of the holiday sale, all right? So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here, guys, and remember, the truth is inside you. I'm out. Peace.